Hello, motherfuckers, and welcome back to another tier list. Today we got Tim's food, okay? We're gonna hop right into it with steep tea. Here we go. First up, we have steep tea. And honestly, steep tea is super underrated. In my opinion, it's better than fucking coffee, okay? I love steep tea. It's creamier than your mom usually. Goes into the A tier. Now we got Timbits, baby. Nothing was quite as good as when you got a pack of Timbits at halftime at soccer, or your dad brought home a 20 or 50 pack of these things for dessert. Absolutely delicious. Get these balls in my mouth. S tier. Now we got the Bagel Belt. The best choice that Tim Hortons has ever made was to make their eggs fresh rather than that powdered egg shit. I like Tim's bagels. I like their sausage better than their bacon. The Bagel Belt to me goes into the A tier. Now we got breakfast sandwiches. I'm not a big fan of their breakfast sandwiches, okay? The switch to better egg was an excellent choice, but to me overall these things are too small. The biscuits are a bit too crumbly. They're not bad, they're just not the greatest thing. Goes into the B tier. Now we got the breakfast wraps. In my humble opinion, the best breakfast item at Tim Hortons, easily. I like all the different ones, the sausage, the bacon, especially the ones with the hash brown in them. The only downside of these things is when the employee puts too much of that chipotle sauce in the wrap and it squirts into your mouth. I don't mind most things squirting in my mouth, I just don't like that. Still delicious, an A tier. Now we got Tim's chili. The most underrated fast food item in the universe. This shit is so fucking good, I get it anytime I can. It used to be better, but it still hits harder than my nuts on your sister's face. S tier. Tim's coffee. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, I can feel it coming right now. But somebody has to fucking say it. Tim's coffee is fucking dog shit. It used to be delicious, it used to be the best coffee out there, but once Burger King bought them, like a plane going down over the Himalayas. Just not good anymore. McDonald's is better. Fucking D tier. Now we got Tim's cookies. Tim's cookies are pretty standard. They're not overly good. They're not like a homemade cookie, but they're not terrible either. Subway is the pinnacle of fast food cookies, and Tim's, in my opinion, doesn't touch it. Goes into the C tier. Now we got the new Tim's Craveables. Honestly, these things are pretty good. I like the little bun they put them on. I like the sauces. I like the meats. They're all usually really good. I just wish they put these in a full-size sandwich because what they have is delicious. Goes into the B tier. Now we got Tim's Donuts. And don't get me wrong when I say these things. I love their donuts, okay? But there's too many different options. You'll never be able to eat every single one. They got all these wild and wacky flavors they always bring out. Just stick to the classics. Please, Tim's. The Honey Kriller by itself carries it into the A tier. Now we got the French vanilla. This is a top 3 drink at Timmy's, bar fucking none. They're so sweet, creamy, and delicious. Absolutely fucking fantastic. The only knock on them though is that they're sweeter than your mother's love. But still fucking S tier. Now we got Tim's frozen lemonade. Second best drink on the menu in my opinion. Unreal. Perfect summer treat. Especially if you get it with the raspberry or the strawberry flavor options. Fucking unreal. They are an absolute fucking S tier item. Now we got the grilled cheese melts. I used to love these things when they were on white bread. But when they started making them with whole wheat bread, they just weren't the same sandwich. Not that the whole wheat bread is completely bad, it's just not my favorite. Goes into the C tier. Now we got Tim's hash browns. They've gotten better of late, but don't get me wrong, they're still not the greatest menu item. You either get them, they're crispy and they're pretty good, they got a little bit of flavor, or you get them for the most part and they're little pucks. They're hard, they're crusty, and they're almost inedible. Sometimes I find myself not even eating them at all. They go straight into the C tier. Now we got Tim's hot chocolate. Tim's hot chocolate isn't bad, but it also isn't great in my opinion. Honestly, most of Tim's drinks are either really fucking good or really mid to low tier. I find that their hot chocolate is more sweet than creamy and doesn't have a really strong chocolatey flavor. It's just kind of sweet. Tim's hot chocolate, unfortunately, goes into the D tier. Now we got Tim's iced coffee. Tim's iced coffee is better than their regular coffee, but still not amazing, okay? We've seen a marked decline, as I've said before, in their coffee quality since Burger King took over. It's just not as good as it used to be. I do love iced coffee, though. So for that reason alone, it carries it into the B tier. We got Tim's lattes. I fucking hate lattes. Just in general. I think you're an idiot if you drink a latte. Not a big fan of Tim's lattes, especially. I find they taste really gross. Honestly, probably my least favorite drink on the Tim's menu. They go straight down to the back of D tier. Now we got just regular old lemonade. I'm not a fan of straight lemonade, okay? For some reason, when you get Tim's drinks, like the cold drinks, at the top they taste hot. It's like they haven't chilled it enough. Just keep this thing in a slushie. There's no need to have regular lemonade on the menu. Goes into the back of C tier. Now it's ice caps. Ice caps are like a good, solid orgasm that you've been edging for 2 hours. They're fucking unreal, okay? The best drink item on Tim's menu, bar fucking none. The best thing. Goes right up into the S tier, high S. So good. We got Tim's Muffins. Tim's Muffins are really weird. They have a really weird texture to them. And honestly, it tastes like they're stale, even though I know they're fresh. I like Tim's Muffins. I like the little sugar on the top of the chocolate chip muffin and the ones that are filled with stuff, but they're just not amazing. Goes into the B tier. Now we got Tim's Refreshers. These things are relatively new, like last summer, and honestly, they should have just stayed not made. It's just juice, and you're paying like fucking $5 for it. Just not very good. Wouldn't buy them. Goes into the D tier. Now we got Tim's Sandwiches. Tim's Sandwiches are the best lunchtime food item on the menu in my opinion. Their bread is super fucking good, and the fillings are delicious and fresh. But once in a while, you get a sandwich that looks like it's been made in a prison. It's just meat, it just doesn't look very appetizing. For that, it goes into the top A tier. Now we got Tim's Soup. Overall, I'm just not a big fan of fast food soup. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Tim's Soup is pretty fucking decent, but honestly, it has way too much salt. Tastes like the fucking ocean sometimes. They have some decent flavors, and it's a decent little addition. I'm getting chili every time, though, over soup. Goes into the high Bs. Now we got Tim's Wraps. They're the second best lunchtime food item on the menu, in my opinion. I really like Tim's Wraps. I don't like the fact that lately, they haven't had the crispy chicken, and their grilled chicken, it just isn't the same. I like the new ones they've released recently. Goes into the A tier. And that's the end of my Tim's food tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, honestly, go fuck yourself.